Hi, it's Pat Gillis here, and welcome to 28 and 28. You know, one of the sure signs that spring is on his way is that horses start to shed out. Actually, they say that the horse starts to grow his summer coat around mid-January, so the winter coat starts to fall out around then. But you know, as we're into mid-February almost now, it really starts to go a lot quicker. This is Gus, and Gus has a little bit of Cushing's. We think we have it kind of under control now with medication, but it didn't stop that coat from growing in this fall. We've had to clip him. He's a little bit clipped funny, but anyway, but he feels better with that clip because that's a lot of hair he's got on there. One of the things I brought Gus out tonight because one of the things that I have found over the years is one of the easiest ways to make friends with your horse is to scratch his itchy spots for him. It sort of sounds kind of nuts, but if you actually have a chance to see horses out in the paddocks together, you'll find that the horses that are pretty good friends will often do what we call mutual grooming, like they'll stand tail to head and they'll give each other a good scratch, you know. And what my experience has been that the horses have to have a pretty good friendship going before they'll do that. But once they have that friendship, once it's kind of established and they're bonded in that way, we've had horses here that kind of rush to the gate to get turned out in the morning and run and find their friends so they can get into a good scratching session. So what I always have done is if I see, if let's say I'm leading a horse up through the barn and I were to see him sort of stop and swing his head around and try to scratch at his shoulder or something, I will always automatically scratch the horse's shoulder for him. I want him to know that I could be one of his friends, like the guys that he has out in the field, I could be that person for him. And I especially love doing that with a horse that's maybe a little bit insecure when he first comes to the farm. Like we have a horse right now that just got here about a month or so ago, and he has some trust issues. He's not really sure what to make of all this. So, anytime I'll go right in his stall. If I see him scratching at himself, I'll go right in and say, let me get that for you, buddy. And I scratch it for him. And I have no scientific proof that works, but I just feel that given that the bonded pairs do it in the fields, I figure it can't hurt for the horse to think of me in the same way. So that's the advice I give to you, is if ever you want to make a quick way to make friends with your horse, is scratch his itchy spots for him. I do think it works, so I hope that helps. Remember to thank your horse, and we'll talk to you soon.